Edition.
Oh, you know they serve turkey, too.
I love Honey Baked.
I just got mine!
Visit your Honey Baked store and cafe located at 2709 Southwest 27th Avenue behind Best Buy near Regal Theater.
Ocala's information station, 1370 WOCA.
Ocala.
All right, 25 minutes before 11 o'clock, there was a story of twins, two guys in World War II, and one brother died just not too far from where they were both. I guess they were both at the same place, and one of them died, and I guess in the course of time, nobody knew where he was buried, and so now fast forward to today, and I think the brother who survived died later on in life, and he's buried at Bushnell here in Florida. And they just identified the remains of the brother that died in World War II, the twin, and now they've got his remains. They've brought him back, and he will be buried with his brother in Bushnell. And they've got family right here in Ocala.
Yeah, on Monday.
It's an amazing story, we have a veteran show, as you all know, here on Thursdays. It's such an honor to recognize the contributions of the men and women who served us and decided at one point in their life that they would just give it all if they had to, which is why I stand up and salute every veteran. On a microphone, I do it with words, obviously. Dale Barnett is one of those who I stand and salute. He retired from the U.S. Army as an officer. He's a Gulf War veteran. He's the National Commander of the American Legion. He wants to talk to us about the American Legion Awareness Walks, which I think are all over the country, bringing attention to the needs and sacrifices of those very veterans we were just talking about. Good morning, Dale. Thank you for being on the air with us today.
Well, thank you for having me. It's quite an honor to be with you, and I thank you for your very, very kind words about our veterans.
Where are you calling from?
Well, right now, presently, I'm in Indiana. But if I called you tomorrow, I'd be in Arizona, and then I'll be going on to Alabama next week. In fact, this year, I will go to all 50 states and 12 foreign countries during a one-year period.
Really?
Wow.
Do you know why? Robin and I have done this show for going on 13 years now, and the one thing I've said all along is I hope this city that we broadcast to is not unique in our respect for veterans, because we clearly have a very, very veteran-friendly community. If you look at the news makes it seem like we don't have veteran-friendly communities across the country, but I'm guessing the news changes the real flavor of the cities. As you travel around the country, are you feeling that most towns, they don't have to be small, are veteran-friendly?
Well, Robin and Larry, I tell you what, I think Americans across this nation really respect our veterans. And I owe a lot to our Vietnam veterans. They came back during a period of time when they weren't treated right, but they changed the way America looks at our veterans and looks at our families.
Yeah.
And I know I'm a Desert Shield, Desert Storm, and I know what happened when we deployed out of Fort Benning and over to Fort Stewart, and the outpouring of support. And I see that in American society today, that they've separated the politics out of war, and that we've kind of united the nation, that support of veterans and their families is the right thing to do, regardless of how you feel of whether we should be involved in a political conflict or a military conflict. Those folks in uniform, they go when they're told to go, and they do it, and they at great sacrifice and danger to themselves, and they're just true heroes, and we should honor them. Not only Veterans Day, but every day should be Veterans Day.
There you go.
Who are the participants in the awareness walks? Are they the veterans themselves, or just normal people that want to say thank you?
Well, Robin, I'm glad you asked that question, because it's everybody. So I'd love to see you and Larry and the rest of your listening audience to join us at an awareness walk in your location. But what we want to do is we want to unite the community, and we go out. I was on an awareness walk yesterday, and we just walk to the community, and we like to share our message of what it is to sacrifice, and also provide opportunities of how you can help your community be a better community and a stronger community, because that's what the American Legion is all about. It's giving back to our community through our youth development programs, or helping our veterans get to a VA hospital appointment, or looking out for their health care and ensuring it's the best quality, or it's looking out for our folks who are in uniform, that we have a strong national defense and that they're well equipped. So we have a very diverse mission, but we certainly take it with a great deal of pride. We like to think we're still serving America.
Yeah, and you absolutely are. So if I wanted to participate in the walk, how do I know where and when?
Well, you could contact your local American Legion post and see if they've got one planned. Nationally, if you go onto our website at legion.org, that's legion.org, you can find all sorts of information about issues that may be concerning veterans, may be concerning national defense, opportunities to join us, whether you can as a member, or maybe you just want to contribute to all the various causes, because many of your listeners have probably been impacted from our program, from Boys State, Girls State, Constitutional Oratorical Contest, baseball. We're involved in so many things, and you can help us. You don't have to be a member. And if you go to that legion.org site, there's the opportunity that if you want to help us out, and 100% of what you give goes to the cause you designate, because our members and their dues pay for any overhead of the administration of our program.
You have an awesome responsibility, because you have to keep everybody in sync. You have to keep their emotions up, and you have to make sure that they are recognized. But since you yourself are a veteran, sir, how do you keep yourself motivated? Because I imagine you've seen things that really you don't want to remember.
Well, Robin, I tell you, it's not easy being a veteran. It's not easy remembering some of those things, and I think that's why many of our veterans are a little bit hesitant to share. But I do think it's important that we do share our messages, and it has to be. It's a message of service, and it's a message of sacrifice. And I think that's something we're missing in America today, and we're losing a little bit of that. People want to be given things, but they don't want to be out and doing it and giving to other people. And I think that's why I love being in this organization. It gives me such great honor to be around a group of people who are givers, who are not takers. They're givers, and they're giving to their community. They're giving to people in need. And it's it just raises your spirit. And those of you, your listening audience out there, if they can do whatever they can to make their community better, in whatever capacity, it doesn't have to be at an American Legion post, but I'd love for them to be members of the American Legion family. But we need to give more back to our nation, because if we're going to continue to be the greatest nation on earth, we're going to have to sacrifice. And that's a message we need to send. We need to send that message to the youngest generation. I've got an event coming up later on in a couple hours where I'm going to be talking to a school assembly of over 1,000 students, and I'm going to send that message loud and clear.
Nicely said. Dale, thank you again for being on the air with us. Thank you for your service, and 2.2 million members of the American Legion. To find out more about the American Legion or about the walks, go to the website that Dale gave us, legion.org. Dale, thank you so much. Thank you for being on with us. And if you're in this part of Florida, stop by, especially on a Thursday. Be part of the Veterans Show.
Okay. Well, I would love to. You tell that Legion folks down there in Florida, I'd love to come over and maybe stop in and visit with you and Robin.
That would be awesome. I'm looking forward to that. I'm sure it'll happen one day. Be careful in your travels. We'll take a little break, and we will be right back.
The weather is brought to you by myfwc.com. Safe boating is no accident. For today, sunshine mixed with clouds and quite warm, high 85 to 89. Partly cloudy tonight, low 69 well inland, 75 along the coast. But tomorrow and Saturday, times of sun and clouds. There